And scene. Hey everyone, my name is Romeo, and welcome back to Romeo the podcast. I hope all is well. I have not been. I have. It's not that I've been feeling bad, but I also haven't been feeling the most motivated, which is normal. I'm allowing myself to be human. I haven't been feeling the most motivated, but it was like I got this random spring of motivation that came out of nowhere yesterday. And baby, I created content yesterday. I was on Canva until 6 a.m. this morning. I got like 3 hours of sleep just creating content. And now I'm sitting here in front of the camera creating a podcast for you all. I'm not only putting out content for you all, but I'm also putting out content for me. I'm realizing that I have to keep showing up and putting in the work so that this can later grow. You know, I mentioned before in my previous podcast that a Chinese bamboo does not grow the next day. It doesn't grow in 2 years. It doesn't grow in 4 years. It doesn't sprout until 5 years later, but you keep watering it. And that's what I'm doing with my channel. That's what I'm doing with my content creation, etc., etc. This is the same stuff we talk about every episode. Let's move on. Needless to say, I'm still here. And for the girls that still support me, you're still here too. Hey, girl. Where is 2025 going? 2025 is already gone. It's out the door. 2026 is here. Like, it's like the older you get, the faster time goes. I don't understand where are you in a rush to? Like, I want to know where you're in a rush to. Like, it makes absolutely no sense. It's going on October. It's September 21st as we speak. The time is going by so fast, and I am coming back to let you all know that the new quarter, the last quarter number 4 of the year is approaching, and you need to lock the fuck in. Like, I told myself, and I think that's where that random spur of the motivation came last night of me randomly wanting to do content, because I realized I have to lock in. It's about to be quarter 4 of 2025. Okay. And it's going to be a new year. For those who don't know, my birthday is January 1st. So like, not only do I bring in a new year, but I bring in a new age. So it's like double the intimidation. It's like, damn, bitch, you're going to be a new age and it's going to be a new year the same day. Like, I can't be the same bitch. So with us only having 3 months of 2025, we have to lock in. Quarter 4 is approaching, is basically here. And I have posted a carousel post on Instagram and TikTok just saying like, hey, like, if you're ever in a funk, or if you're ever in just a weird moment in your life where you don't feel like doing anything and you're unmotivated, here are 4 things that you should do to get out of that funk. Because that's essentially what I was in. I was essentially in a funk. And the 4 things that I had mentioned was, number 1, you should pray. The first thing that I always do when I am in a funk is first off, where's this coming from? Okay, I don't need no evil spirits in my house. I start praying. I start watching. Like, I don't have time for this. If this is an evil spirit, it needs to get out. It needs to get out of my house. So the first thing that I do is I pray. Like, I need to figure out where is the root cause of this, because it could just be a simple fix by praying. I have to figure out what exactly is this feeling and where is it coming from. And if the funk is really bad, I fast. And that's exactly what I did. I felt drained and I needed to figure out, okay, I don't hear God. Like, I don't hear him anymore. So what do I need to do so that I can hear him loud and clearly, and I'm not walking around aimlessly not knowing what I'm doing, because I was in that much of a funk. So I fasted for 3 days, and it was as if, like, when you fast, you're starving your flesh. So with you starving your flesh, you have no choice but to depend on him. So I wasn't allowing myself to listen to anything outside of like gospel music. I wasn't allowing myself to be entertained with anything outside of Bible scriptures, or if I was watching TV, it had to be something that was relevant to Jesus Christ. So maybe me watching a movie about Jesus Christ, or me watching, what's that one? It's like a comedy, Bruce Almighty, something that was relevant to Jesus Christ. And that allowed me to only focus my attention on him, and it was no distraction. So then it should be easy to hear from him, right? So if you're ever in a funk, the first step that I would always recommend is to pray. And if that doesn't work, then you need to fast, because your distractions have consumed you so much that you can't even hear God, let alone depend on him. So you have to get rid of those distractions so that you know that I need God at this moment so you can hear him. So when I do ever feel in a funk and prayer isn't good enough, oh baby, I'm going to fast. Sure will. So that's the first step. The second step is to get the fuck out the house. You need to leave your house and go move your body. I don't care if you walk to the nearest gym. I don't care if you go run a mile. I don't care if you get in your car to go to the nearest Ben and Jerry's. You have to get out of your house, because you being in your house and you spiraling in your bed, loathing and self-pity is not going to get you anywhere. Okay. And if anybody knows anything about loathing and self-pity, it's me. I've had at least 6 panic attacks this week, and they're 7 days in a week. So I'll let you do the math. You need to go outside, move your body, go to the gym, go run a mile, or go walk a mile. Go do something, go touch grass, because you being outside and in an environment other than the darkness of your home will lighten your mood. And it will also release endorphins when you do work out, which uplifts your mood, which reduces stress and anxiety. I don't need any more anxiety producing in my body. I drink enough caffeine for the both of us. Okay. So go outside, touch grass, go work out, go release some endorphins so that you can uplift your mood. You'll be surprised what that will do. So that's step 2. Step 1 is pray and or fast. Step 2 is move your body. Step 3 is you need to organize your life. Once you go outside and you touch grass, you need to now come back inside or stay outside. How about that? And then you need to get your life. Now, this is not a shameless plug, but then again, maybe it is. The Productive Sundays Digital Planner is a planner that I have curated by me, Romeo Mentor, which helps you and supports you in organizing your overall journey to a successful day, a successful week, a successful tomorrow. It's aiming for you to be the best version of yourself, and it's allowing you to have clarity, have peace, and have a structure that works for you so that you can get shit done. So the third thing for you to do is plan your day. Now that you've prayed and you fast, now that you've touched grass and you worked out and you release those endorphins to have a better mood and you reduce your anxiety, now you need to get your life. You have now made space in your mind, and you have made enough clarity in your spirit to tackle on the task that you have for the day. Because for me, the things that raise my anxiety is the fact that I have my life all over the place. I have not done what I was supposed to do. I have, Lord, I'm like easily anxious. And that's the reason why I created the Productive Sundays, because that was my fixing to my problems. A digital planner, specifically the Productive Sundays planner, was the fixing to my problems. I'm easily anxious. Like I said, I get at least 6 panic attacks in a week, and they're 7 days in a week. So you do the math. I needed something, and I needed to curate something that will dilute my problems by reducing my anxiety. And that's exactly what the Productive Sundays Digital Planner did for me. It allowed me to align with myself spiritually, because we have a spiritual section in the digital planner. It allowed me to get my finances together. So if I went to New York. Let's talk about finances. I went to New York last week. I don't even drink. I spent $530.35. On what? You would have thought I bought shots for everybody. I spent $530.35. On what? I wasn't even there for a full 48 hours. I got there Saturday and left basically Sunday night. This is why I don't go out no more. And this is exactly why I don't drink. Because if I was to have drank also, I would have spent an easy $1,200. I'm talking easy. I was sober minded. So I was aware of what I was spending. So imagine if I was intoxicated. I would have spent an extra easy $600. I would have left New York spending $1,200 being there for less than 48 hours. That makes absolutely no sense. What am I doing? Anywho, back to the finances. It allows me to align spiritually. It allows you to align with your finances because you're able to write down your bills and what you have coming up financially. It also allows you to align with yourself by scheduling your weeks ahead. So productive Sundays for me, I know that Sundays are my best days out of the week. That's when I get most of my life, I like to say. So I turned the best day out of the week for me, and I made that a productive day, putting productive Sundays together and allowing that to be a brand, to also allow people who have just as much of anxiety as I do to have that be a fixing for them so that they can go about structuring a better tomorrow for themselves. So that's what I hope productive Sundays do for you all. So that's step 3. Step 4 is to remember who the fuck you are and lock in and keep your word. You've prayed and you fast. You've went outside, test grass, and moved your body, releasing endorphins and uplifting your spirit. You've downloaded Productive Sundays and gotten your life financially, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, writing down all your goals and structuring a better tomorrow ahead of you. The 4th thing is to remember who the fuck you are and lock the fuck in. This is what I want you to do. I want you, for these next 3 months between October and December, before we go into 2026, I want you to have 3 non-negotiables. They can be anything. Whatever distractions you have in your life, I want you to write them down and follow by it. It can be no drinking for 3 months. It can be no social media for 3 months. It can be not texting him back for the rest of this quarter. It can be whatever it is that's distracting you. I don't know who you are, whatever is. It can be not listening to any more podcasts. I don't give a damn what it is. But what is your distraction, and what is allowing you to not reach your potential self, your highest potential? I want you to write 3 non-negotiables, and I want you to follow through with that and stick with it and keep your word, along with continuing to pray and put God first, along with continuing to move your body and releasing endorphins, which also uplifts your spirit, while you also continue to write in your Productive Sundays journal. Keep your word. When you have all 4 of these steps put in together and you do this within these next 3 months, I promise you, you will feel great. Y'all be forgetting who the fuck y'all are. And you have to remember that you've come so far, and why would you come this far to only stop from here, you know? So I hope this helps. We all have moments of just being human. You having a funk is just you being human. And I'm normalizing that, and I'm being vocal about it. I'm trying to use my platform to be human. I want to be human. You know, like I want to be human. We live in a world where everything has to be picture perfect, and we have to pose like this, and we have to have this, and we have to have that. And I ain't got nothing. We're more similar than not. And I'm not trying to put on a facade. I really am trying my best to build a brand that is authentic. And there's not a lot of people, from my understanding, I don't think that there's a lot of people out there who look like me and who are voicing their opinion on just figuring out life. I just want to see more of that. And that's why I'm stepping forward and I'm telling my story, because my story matters too. My story matters. My God-given purpose matters. And I think that me sitting on this white couch in front of you all with the microphone in my hand, letting you all know that I'm figuring all of this out just as much as you are, is my purpose. So lean forward in your purpose and you'll know when it's right. To me, this feels right, you know, and I've had to do this scared and all. Like, I've been fairly vulnerable, no shade. Like, if you go through all my content, I've been very vulnerable, which is also intentional. Like, I want to build trust with you all. Like, not only am I building a business by promoting Productive Sundays, but the main thing, I mean, a smart person would know who has a business. You have to build trust with your consumers. You have to build trust with your audience. So I'm being very vulnerable with you all, with just letting you all know my journey and where I'm at right now. Like, I've built Productive Sundays because I'm figuring out my life just as much as you are. So it has allowed me to create a community to allow us to all get our lives together. So scheduling a to-do list for a better tomorrow, getting yourself together financially and spiritually and mentally and emotionally. It's a way for you to prepare and structure yourself for a better tomorrow and a better you. So if the Productive Sundays has helped, if my content has helped, if my podcast has helped, then I know that I'm doing my God-given purpose. And that's all that matters. So, so that's all that matters, and that's what I'm happy about. I do want to say this. Whatever you don't take seriously, neither will anyone else. First off, whatever you do take seriously, you better be happy if someone even cares, let alone if you don't take it seriously. So I'm saying all this to say that if you have a project, or if you're working on a business, or if you're working on being an entrepreneur like me, take it seriously and really work on your craft and show up as much as you can without affecting your mental health. Like, show up. I think I've been doing a good job with showing up as much as I can without affecting my mental health, and making my content as relevant to the brand that I'm achieving to aim it towards. And I've had a lot of support, and I want to continue to build my brand and grow and reach many, many people and many, many folks who are suffering from imposter syndrome, who are suffering from anxiety, who are suffering from just figuring this thing called life out. So I'm saying all of this to say that whatever you don't take seriously, neither will the next person. And it's imperative that you move and you tread very seriously when it comes to your projects or your businesses or anything that you care very dearly to your heart, because people are not going to believe in you if you don't believe in you. And if you are afraid in the beginning, do it scared. I mean, you can go back to my podcast. Bitch, I was shivering like, oh my God, I'm so scared. Like, what are people going to think? Like, it's still kind of nerve wracking as I do it, but you just have to get like used to the camera. You can definitely see the change between me now and me then. Like, I'm a lot more comfortable, but you just have to take what you're doing seriously and know that it's okay to rebrand and start over if it's not working. So I just want to be the face or the influence to someone who wants to start something but may be scared. Do it scared, because it's never going to get done. Like you're never not going to be scared. I just want to make that clear. You're never not going to be scared. If you want to write a book, you're going to be scared. If you want to do a podcast, you're going to be scared. If you want to go back to school, you're going to be scared. You're going to be scared. And I'm trying to avoid saying get over it, but in the most nicest way that I can say it, get over it and do it scared. Because that nervousness, that anxiousness, that voice in your head that's saying you can't do it, it's not going anywhere. It will continue to be there. I still have that voice today. I had that voice before I even pressed record today. And I've been doing my podcast now since 2023. I've been doing it now for 2 years. I still have that voice in my head that's saying, you can't do this. The only way to get that voice from going away is by doing it anyway. Because the more you do it, the smaller and smaller and smaller that voice gets. The more you listen to it, the larger it gets and the more it appears. Because at this point, you're obeying the voice. But by disobeying it and doing what you're afraid of anyway, the voice will go away eventually. I still have that voice, and I've been doing this podcast for 2 years now, but it's quieter. Do it scared. Do it anyway. As long as it's not affecting your mental health, do it anyway. And I just want to be an advocate for people who want to do things out of their comfort zone. I knew that I wanted to do something that was vulnerable, that was wholesome. Okay? I have a lot of friends, and my content it's too wholesome for them. Do it anyway. Whatever you want to align your brand with, do it anyway, even if your family and friends, even if they don't watch it. But what I had to realize is that you don't want to only have your friends. Your content is not for your family and friends, no shade. Your business is not only for your family and friends. You should not only want to serve your family and friends, because if you're only looking to serve your family and friends with your business, you ain't gonna go nowhere. Talk about being stagnant. You only want your business to go as far as your family and friends. And that's no shade to my family and friends. I love y'all. But I can't only try to steer to their liking, because I won't go nowhere. So even if my friends or my family members don't watch my content or don't listen to my podcast, you're doing me justice, because I'm trying to actually go past you. I'm trying to go past you. Actually, I want my audience to be much further out. I'm not trying to just stay in my hometown. No shade. And that's no shade. I want to go past y'all. So actually, you're doing me a favor by not listening. I'm trying to contact Billy that lives in Kansas, and I'm trying to contact Samantha that lives in Guatemala, and I'm trying to contact Pierre that lives in France. So don't worry about what your family and friends are going to think of you, or if they don't listen to your content, because no shade, you don't want to reach them anyway, because reaching only them is going to lead you to stagnation. That's no shade to my family and friends. I love y'all for those who are supporting me. But I just had to have that mindset. Like, when you are creating content or when you are creating a project or a business, you need to reach people outside of your family and friends. So don't feel away if people don't download your Productive Sundays digital planner. Don't feel away if people don't like your stuff. Don't feel away if the people who you know aren't supporting you, because no shade, I'm trying to go past you. That part. So you're only doing me a favor by not liking it. Thank you. I'm trying to reach Pierre in France. No shade. People will only see the seriousness in what you see the seriousness in, if that makes any sense. So take your business, your content, your project, whatever you're doing seriously, so that other people can take it seriously as well. And stand 10 toes on what you're doing. Stand 10 toes. I create content. I'm an entrepreneur. I have a digital product called Productive Sundays. I'm also working on X, Y, and Z for Productive Sundays. Be on the lookout for that. And I'm also working on a newsletter. I'm doing the things, no shade. And I'm happy for myself, and they're big wins to me. And that's all that matters. And I'm hoping, and I will be able to change one person with it. I don't even need to change a community. I can change one person with it. Hell, I don't give a damn if I change myself. I can only change, I don't care. I can only change me, and I still be happy, because it's something that I envision and I put out, and I'm just happy that I'm able to put my best foot forward in something that I see a good vision in. So nonetheless, I know that a lot of people are supporting of me, and I'm very appreciative of it. But I wanted to make this episode just to discuss being in a funk and just normalizing being in one. Now that we're back and we're motivated and we're going into Q4, bitch, what's up? What's up? I'm ready to go. What's up? So I'm charged. I'm ready. My light is green, and I'm excited to post more content and be a lot more consistent, but still put my mental health first, because I don't want to drain me. But nonetheless, I love y'all. Thank y'all for still riding with me, even though my times of consistency may be inconsistent. Y'all still support me, and I love it. Thank y'all so much. I love y'all. And until next time, next week, I want to do a vlog next week, not a podcast, but a vlog. So a vlog should be up next week. Bye.